Right, I'm with Darren Salmon. A little bit different to the last time we had a post-game interview. I think we were all doom and gloom, nothing was going right. Tonight saw us beat Eastbourne Town 3-0 in the FA Cup to progress to the furthest we've ever gone.
Absolutely, yeah.
What were your thoughts on the game, mate?
Obviously thrilled. We had been down and, as you would expect, and I'd seen Eastbourne a couple of times, and you could see why they were flying in the league. They're a really efficient outfit. Play with a good tempo, got good players, have a good system that suits them, and we knew we was up against it today. So to record a 3-0 win, albeit that they may have had a couple of players missing from their usual lineup, it was their decision to come tonight. We kind of set our stall out thinking it would be Sunday. They obviously plumped for the Friday night, so you can only beat what's in front of you.
Very true. Let's talk about your team selection first of all, because there were a few raised eyebrows when we saw some of the names in the lineup. You made a few changes from the Saturday. What was your thinking behind some of that?
I think it was probably a bit of respect for them today, because we felt that it was going to be a game that we needed to be quite tight, maybe starve some of their service to their forward players that are generally very bright, movement's good. So we set up in quite a robust way today. We've plenty of outlets for us on the counter attack. We knew that was going to be our strength. You listen, at the end of the day, people will refer to the fact that they lost a player early. I don't think that really affected them. A lot of the time when a player goes that soon in a game, a team just adapts. It's a stage where it was so early in the game, it was 0-0. That I don't think anyone would have noticed that they were a player missing. To be fair, again, that just goes credit to them for their work rate.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, when you looked at it, even when they were down to the 10 men, they kept the ball, they moved the ball, they looked bright, everyone looked comfortable on the ball.
Yeah.
They showed why they are sort of highly rated and highly fancied. Absolutely. To romp their league.
Yeah, well, you can't, the form coming in today don't lie, does it? So they've played 5, won 5, scored 19, conceded 1. And like I say, the 2 games that we went and watched them, which was Langley and Lingfield, I don't recall their keeper having to make a save in 90 minutes of either game. So, we knew that was going to be the case, but I think we also felt, some of our senior players would have had raised eyebrows today. They would have looked at it, and maybe a few of the supporters might have thought that perhaps we hadn't taken the fixture seriously. But I think Donny and I gave kudos to Eastbourne Town's start to the season, their form, but also went in there with a game plan to allow us to open the game up at sort of 60 minutes, which I think we felt initially was likely to be the kind of turning point in the tie.
Okay. You must have been pleased with the performance of your 2 wide men. They looked to get at the Eastbourne fullbacks throughout the game. For me, I think Athan had probably his best game for the club. Yeah. He was lively in the first half. He took on the fullback. He got his balls into the box, which he doesn't always do.
Yeah.
He played a few dink balls over the top, which almost set away Aidan and Ollie. And Ollie obviously does what he does, beats the fullback for pace, gets a cross in.
Absolutely.
And you must have been buzzing with those boys.
Yeah, 100%. Mate. They were both really bright today. But as I said, that was always our kind of ace in the hole. We felt today that if we could get the rest of the shape right, if we were defensively strong, if our midfield was industrious and we worked hard and we closed down their options, stopped them getting the service into their front lads, we felt that our front 3, if you like, in the 2 wide lads and the one up top would give us an outlet. Liam's scored an absolute worldie for the second. Aidan's blasted, he's one in off the bar. I'd like to have seen that a bit more comfortably in, but it was recorded in by the officials, so that's fine. And then a really well worked third goal. Nice ball to the back post, headed back in, recycled, which we haven't been doing particularly well, and a good clinical, close range finish from the header. So we could have had 3 or 4 more. In truth, I think on the night, I think it's fair to say that we got it right.
Definitely. I just want to touch on that second goal though as well. There was something that happened that I haven't seen happen previously this season. Defender shielding the ball out of play. 9 times out of 10 we just let the ball go.
Yeah.
Tance never let him have a minute's peace. Nicked the ball off him on the goal line.
Yeah.
Squared it, laid it back to Fazza.
Yeah.
And that's all showed me a little bit. And maybe there's a corner been turned somewhere that work rate and effort that was probably lacking in the first couple of games is now there.
Yeah, really good observation. I think one of the things that we challenged the boys today, and again, this is all kudos to Eastbourne. I said to the lads, they are one of the most industrious, hard-working sides that I've seen, and you can see why they are where they are, why they've made the start they've made. But today, for me, was about, could we go and match that? Could we maybe, in areas, could we better it? And we had to earn the right today, and we knew that we had to earn the right, and we asked the players for a reaction. And you're right. I think it said even if they'd have crawled off the pitch at 45 minutes, if that was them done in the tie, then that would have been absolutely acceptable today, because it was about going out there and giving a huge effort. We can work on the fitness. It's still relatively early. But today I think the boys responded, and as you say, it was fantastic effort from Tanton to keep that ball alive when, it would have definitely just run away for a goal kick, and play would have resumed from there in the last 3 or 4 games.
Yeah. We move on to Monday now. I assume there's going to be 1 or 2 changes. I know obviously we've got a couple of injuries.
Yeah.
But it's another big game.
Missing as well.
Another big game though. Another game that
we've
got to start putting points on the board in the league.
Yeah,
simple as that now.
There's no such thing as nothing that's not a big game, is there? That's the problem, Gav. I guess we demand quite a lot ourselves. We'll look at we'll look at today. We'll look at what we did well. We'll reflect on that, but we can't dwell on it long. I think one thing that's absolutely certain is there will be a few changes for Monday, and that's not out of any lack of respect for the opposition or anything. I mean, I don't take their league position lightly. I think they're a team for me that are waiting to turn the corner. So, but we have got players that need minutes, and we have got a few missing. I believe that there's some carnival happening this weekend.
Yes, apparently so.
Which maybe we'll see 1 or 2 of our players soakering down Notting Hill High Street. But but that aside, we know we've got a few missing, and there's a few still on the injury list. Young Kyle Henry's been a loss with his injuries, and we'll have to freshen things up, change things up, and the boys that we that do get a start on Monday, we'll know what's expected from them.
Okay. One last thing on the FA Cup. Obviously, the furthest we've gone. Bigger sides start coming into it now. I think it's up to step 3. I might be wrong, but I think it's step 3 sides come into it.
Nice.
Anything you want. I'm assuming at home, and that'll do you.
Do you know what? I think you took the words right out of my mouth. A home tie, a Friday night, a long distance for the opposition to travel. After their first team can't make it, we're not asking for a lot. Just the gods to smile on us. But no, do you know what? It's the furthest we've ever gone. So actually, it's just exciting. And maybe, as much as I want, a home tie from the point of trying to progress, but sometimes if you do cop an away day and you have a nice day out, even if the experience it ends up in a defeat, it can be good for team building. So I mean 27th, what's that, next Tuesday? That's the draw.
Yeah, I mean somewhere like Worthing away. Normally get about 1,000 down there watching, so that'd be quite nice. 3G as well. We'd take that, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. That wouldn't be a bad one for the Coffers, was it? But 102, I believe, tonight.
Okay, not bad.
Was the attendance? So, again, it felt like there was a nice amount of people here today.
All out of programs as well, I hear.
Yeah, programs sold out. And listen, to our program printers, I have to say, amazing job. The guys obviously that we've moved to them this year, and their flexibility and professionalism have been absolutely superb. So huge thanks to them. We just need to know if they can get us a few more out for Bank Holiday Monday's game, where we don't have a programme, or we just have to stick it online, I guess. But big thank you to them as well. And listen, 102 people here today. Eastbourne had a few, but we had a good turnout today. So huge thank you to them, and the boys, again, we challenge the boys to give them something to be proud of. So hopefully we can see those numbers, on a regular basis.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, mate. Congratulations tonight, and we will do this all again on Monday.
Brilliant. Thanks, Greg.